Hello, hello. You're listening to True Faith's Full-Time Whistle with me, Adam. It's finished at St James's Park. It's finished Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 0. Matty Longstaff with the dream goal on his first start in the Premier League for his hometown club. With both Longstaff brothers in the centre of the park. What a moment that was when he finally hit the net. Absolutely burst, rapturous applause and celebration in the crowd. We've really, really needed this for a long time. And I must say, at the start of this, I have bashed Steve Bruce. I will probably continue to bash Steve Bruce, but today he got everything right for me. The team selection, there was a few bold moves. Obviously, Matty Longstaff beginning the game. You've got Clark, who came in for Dummett and ahead of Fernandez. Obviously, you know, Matty Longstaff's come in ahead of Key, ahead of Shelvey, and you know the front three of Saint-Maximin, Almiron, and Joe Linton. We got, you know, we started to see what they might be able to do. There seemed to be an actual game plan this time, and I wrote an article days ago on the True Faith website, which basically lambasted his lack of ideas, of game plan, of his confusion, this, you know, the yawn identity. We don't have an identity. Whereas today, I saw the beginnings. I saw the buds of some sort of game plan. This counter-attacking, strategy that he wants to impose. And, you know, he knows, Steve Bruce, he knows that we're not going to have possession. So it's being able to spring on the break with purpose, meaningful attacks where our attackers are in sync, in chemistry, and they're reading each other's play. And we got that. And I must say, Saint-Maximin, the impact that he has on this team is phenomenal. He frightened the shit out of those Man United defenders. It's his ability. When you can dribble that well, and when you are that fast, and you have the confidence and conviction in what you know you are good at, and when he's got the ball at his feet, he was running at a Man United team, midfield and a defence that is unsure of themselves, as much as we are. But he, like we saw in, the last sort of, 15 minutes against Brighton the other week, he tried to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and he tried to make things happen. And that's what he did today. And the way we started, we were straight out of the traps. From the get-go, and I think it almost surprised us well, certainly surprised the fan base, but it almost seemed to surprise the team as well, because the whole point was we weren't going to see a lot of the ball, whereas in the first half, certainly, the opening section of it, we were the assertive ones. We were on the front foot, and it was the likes of Saint-Maximin linking him really, really well with Jetro Willems, by the way. You've got Yedlin, who also came in, another bold pick by Steve Bruce. It's sort of like the third right back is used. But I a lot of people point to, Yedlin's defensive frailties, if you will. But then, Willems is there as well. But I think, and this is why I've always thought that Yedlin is ahead of the pack in terms of the right backs that we have, the 5 million right backs that we have. 3 £5 million right backs we've got, is the fact that he gets forward and he pushes up when sometimes we struggle with cohesion in attack. You've suddenly got two actual wing backs bombing forward ahead of the inside forwards of Almiron and Saint-Maximin. And suddenly we've got players over, and it suddenly becomes a lot harder just to snuff out an attack and bring the ball away. Suddenly the defending team actually has to get back, form a shape, and just sort of block this attack that's coming. And I did think that in the second half, that that assertiveness that we'd seen died off a bit, and I think the second half almost sort of regulated to what it kind of should have been, the game where Man United are dominant in attack, slowly building moves, and They didn't get the joy that they hoped they would. Rashford was completely anonymous throughout that entire game. I don't know where he was. Shea was unbelievable at the back. We'll get on to Matty Longstaff in a minute. Of course we will. But I thought Fabian Shea's defensive performance today was absolutely incredible. He showed leadership. He led by example. He was composed, and the fact that he managed, I think, within the space of about 5 minutes, snuffed out two almost like tap-in kind of chances for Manchester United from his just reading the game. And I always kind of thought before the game, if we are going to go counter-attack, and we had certainly had the personnel to do so with Saint-Maximin, Almiron, and the two wing-backs, as I've mentioned before, with just searing pace, that we were going to need somebody with reasonable enough distribution to kind of make that transition from defence and turn it into a quick counter-attack to catch people out. Now, what we saw today was, Almiron was coming deep and kind of starting those moves from deep. He probably shouldn't have been coming deep, but I guess he's just so desperate to get on the ball. Cher did it a bit as well, which I was really pleased to see, but Matty Longstaff's distribution really, really impressed me. And this is part of his game that, it just comes naturally to him, but we haven't seen a lot of it, obviously, and certainly in a league match as well. And the ability for him he just popped it off to the left, popped it off to the right, spread the play really, really well. And Matty Longstaff today, so composed. And it's not just about the goal. Absolutely. Although, again, we're going to get onto that. But it was about how easily he slotted in, how comfortable he felt in a Premier League midfield. And it was the energy that he provided to get up in people's faces. And this is what we did really, really well in the first half. We did not give teams time on the ball, which we have been guilty of countless times this season. We don't even make it hard for teams to sort of have to hurry a pass or think about what they're doing. Being a lot of training ground stuff, but Matty Longstaff was the one who almost like led the charge of just like, right, get up in their face, make them turn around and pass it back to the goalkeeper. And that happened countless times. So not only was his distribution incredible, his energy and stamina, and he really, really impressed me. And, he's young, and you hope that he's got that in the tank, but he really kept going from the start right up to the final whistle. And, this is what we've been lacking, this energy, and it really got the crowd going, and it's what we wanted to see. He had a shot from long range that hit the bar. Brilliant effort, but he did this in pre-season, didn't he? He had a long range shot on that friendly, and you think, well, this isn't just a fluke. Like, this is what Matty Longstaff is capable of. His ability, and we talked about this transition from defense into attack, which needed to be very direct. It needed to be quick. It just needed to have conviction. And Almiron cleared the ball from like a left back position, pressed it forward into Saint-Maximin. He had about 4 players around him. He did what he'd done all game, just drove. And, Willems had sort of peeled off towards, the left-hand side. He beat 2 men with his trickery, with his footwork, which we saw against Liverpool. He has, he's got some technique. And the composure of Willems to spot Longstaff just on the edge of the box. There was nobody around him, but the sweetness of that strike was fucking amazing. And smashed the back of the net and goes off to celebrate with the Gallagher end, and all of his teammates jumping on him. They know what it means to him. The crowd knows what it means to him. It was a wonderful moment, and it was such a release for me. You can probably hear it in my voice. We really fucking needed that. We really, really did, and I'm delighted we've got this win. But what this needs to not be is a false dawn. We need to push on from this. This is a huge result that we need to build upon. We need to go out there and do what we've done with those players. I thought Carroll was much better in the air against when he came on for Joe Linton. Joe Linton didn't have a lot of joy against Maguire. And just going back to the goal, if you noticed, Alain Saint-Maximin was behind the goal in the net when Longstaff scored, but he had the mindfulness to stay over the line so that he wasn't offside. easy to get lost watching that goal, but that was really, really clever from Sam Maximan to make sure that absolutely nothing was going to discount that goal from a local hero on his starting debut. Absolutely amazing in the Premier League. Mike Dean, loads of really odd decisions, to be honest. I don't think there was a lot of consistency. Scott McTominay, what a dickhead. I think proper shithouse. Alex Ferguson would have fucking loved him. He would have loved him, but he's sort of next level shithouse. So yeah, fair play. Extra shout out for Scott McTominay. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Matty Longstaff, man of the match. What a performance! Let's hope he keeps everybody else out, because we need to see more of his energy. And if he's gonna bring that kind of, he'll have the chemistry with his brother. If he's gonna bring that kind of performance every week, undroppable for me. Shea, probably an absolute complete defensive performance today as well. Thought he was excellent. Matty Longstaff also the best passer for Newcastle United this afternoon as well. I've been Adam. This has been Trueface Full-Time Whistle. I'm fucking elated. Steve Bruce, well done, lad. See you soon.